What up, people? This is Vigilante for 2 minutes and some change. That's 2MASC. Then you know it's me, the original 2 minutes. Make sure you check me out on Facebook. The number 2MASC, featuring Dr. Samori Swaggart and Yolanda Spivey. See, some of the football players are starting to show a little more solidarity when it comes to the Kaepernick movement. That's what I'm going to call it. I see them putting their hands up in the air and all these things. And you know the NFL is going to start finding people. They're chopping at the bit. They understand that it could be a powder keg, but they're getting tired of it. You know it's coming down sooner or later. They're going to start finding. They find them for anything else. So they're going to start finding players or flagging them after if they celebrate or throw their fist up some type of way, which makes the NFL anyway a league that's controlled like slaves on the fields and the master sitting in the big box seats determining how you play a game anyway. We already know that's coming. But the bigger picture is some of the fans. The fans make excuses about, it ain't gonna change nothing if I don't go to the game or something like that. They make all these different excuses. I see it on Facebook. Okay, hey, do what you want to do about it. If you don't understand why he kneel and the point of what the owners are doing towards the indifference that they show towards black unarmed men being killed, then you deal with that later on in life. Because, football will continue to be played. It will. But that does not mean that you can't understand that if you take a stance one season, game over. If you take a stance one season, game over. But they know that we love it so much. And I stay on this subject because it's really simple to make a dent that counts if black people wake up, but they are so in love with pleasure. We see it all over the place, whether it's boycotting Black Friday or anything. We are so in love with pleasure that it overrides what's our total well-being later. It's like having diabetes and you still want to eat sweets and you still want to eat the barbecue chicken and you still want to do it because the taste and the pleasure overrides your health. And that's what it is now. The love of money and drugs overrides your freedom. This is the thing. Then we look at people talking about how black people are being disrespected. My boy Dr. Samari was talking about how they mentioned Jerry Lewis but didn't mention Dick Gregory at the image. How many more examples do we need? But see, you can get away with stuff like that. You know why? Because the fact of the matter is, they know we don't care. They know we're not going to be outraged enough to cause a dent to stop watching the television shows, stop watching reality TV shows and everything else. So they know that. So they walk with no fear. So when I think about when Public Enemy put out Fear of a Black Planet, I don't think there's a fear of that. At the time that it was said, the album was put out, you started thinking, man, if we unite, there would be a fear of a black planet. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because most black people are sedated, zombified. Not enough numbers for us to make a dent. So the white supremacy machine keeps rolling. It keeps rolling. Why? Because we're not unified enough to at least slow it down so that we can come together and do what's right for our families. We can't do it. We can't support. And I'm talking about a unified, at least a high number of people unified to make a dent in the things that's causing us pain. We would rather deal with the pleasure and ignore all the signs that say that they don't want us around. This has been Vigilante for 2 minutes and some change. I went over, but that was the change. Out. We got to wake up, people.